You know what else is spicy? Speaking of, you put them in your fantasy lineup, or you're just riding what they're selling over there. Josh Dobbs balled out for the Minnesota Vikings.
Yeah.
Balled out. They got another victory. I believe that's the Vikings' fifth victory in a row.
Yeah.
Fifth victory in a row. And it's not a coincidence, guys, that the music that they are playing in the clubhouse is Creed. It's not a coincidence that the Texas Rangers won the World Series, and now the Minnesota Vikings continue to win games once Creed's in the locker room. Call me crazy, or call me that this might be what every team is missing if you're in a slump.
It's a little bit of Creed.
Can we get Josh Dobbs as the TikTok he posted?
No way. Is he gonna do it? Yes. Can you take me higher to a place where blind men see?
First of all, who was singing there? Because that guy was cranking it out.
I've seen that guy do videos like that before, and they're hilarious.
Oh,
Got
my
a great
God.
voice. Yeah,
He's incredible.
Fantastic though.
He certainly can sing it, and Dobbs and the Vikings are slinging it.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you can. Yeah, how about that right there? But Josh Dobbs,
That was a good one.
Josh Dobbs again balled out in a big way for the Minnesota Vikings. He's going to make himself a lot of money this offseason, proving that he can be a starting type of quarterback in the NFL. Vikings are right back in this race now, by the way.
100%.
And maybe it's just the right circumstances, the right time, or maybe the fact that they believe in something else that you just can't explain, and that belief is Creed.
You think there's a little bit of a fire under his rear end after Gannon looked him in the eye and told him that he wasn't going to get traded at the deadline, and then they shipped him to Minnesota?
That was a wild story.
I think there is. I think there's a chip on his shoulder. And let's not forget, this dude is a genius. I mean, aerospace engineer, works on rockets. He went to space camp in Huntsville, Alabama. Shout out to the Space and Rocket Center down there. But he is a smart dude, and he can play football. I mean, he was great at Tennessee. I'm glad he's having a successful NFL career for the most part, because everyone thought, okay, he's going to be a full-time backup. Just he's going to be the guy you kind of plug and play, and that's going to kind of be it. But Josh Dobbs is doing a great job. I love what I'm seeing with him in Minnesota. It's great to see. Can't help but cheer for him.
Last week, you had the lineman for Josh Dobbs literally learning his snap count.
Dude, what a great video
on the sideline before he goes in, because they had never heard it before. So here's professional football players having to, minutes before going into this game, have to learn how the quarterback is going to hike the ball every single play. And they still won.
And they believe in him too. And that's the biggest thing, I feel like, in the locker room. It's like, you got to believe in your starting quarterback. The Vikings are believing in Josh Dobbs, and he's been there for 2 weeks.
I mean, everything is starting to change. I think what you love the story is journeyman. He stayed around. He stayed in the fight. He kept grinding his ass off. He started that game for the Titans last year at the end of the season when they played the Jags. All hope was kind of lost. They kept him in the game, almost pulled it off. Crazy shit happens. He goes to Arizona. Obviously, Arizona doesn't have the results. You keep grinding. You keep working. And, hey, now you're on a team that has playoff aspirations. And, dude, you're playing yourself into a big-time contract.
Yeah.
And Creed is definitely helping with all that. I'm a huge believer in that.
I'm sad that this is actually a thing.
Well, why don't we ask? Well, you want to ask our guests what we think about this? Because I don't think it's a coincidence. I really don't.
That's because you play baseball, and the superstitions in baseball are absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, let's go ahead and bring him on.